NFL starts next week. NCAA football starts this week with the Ohio State University, the great university that we all know and love. Starting on this Thursday, the 2nd of September, against Minnesota. Do you saw on the Laughing Comedy Cafe, the world famous Laughing Comedy Cafe in Fort Myers, Florida, their
speaking of royalties,
their next setup or open mic is set for the 10th of September.
Oh, nice. I did not see that yet, but yeah, definitely got to go sign up.
Kind of late to be saying this, but if anybody doesn't remember, Chris Proia is a local stand-up comic who has won numerous competitions recently and is a house favorite at the Sunday night revolving comedy open mics at Ollie's Pub and Records in Cape Coral, Florida. But yeah, the Laughing Comedy Cafe, they renew their open mic. It's not like every other Wednesday. It'll be sometimes 2 or 3 Wednesdays, sometimes a month from the last one. So all I do, I have to log on to the website, like maybe, I don't know, every 3 or 4 days to see if the next one is up yet. So I think that just came up. You got to fix that shit, Jamie. That's fucked up. You make us do that.
Send us a mass text, bro.
And it's fucked up, Jamie, that also you make me put in my credit card information when I'm trying for every ticket. So to get a spot, Danny, on the open mics, you basically have to sign up for a seat like you were buying a ticket, and it's a $0 purchase. But he still need Jamie, man, come on, you don't need my card information every time. Save that shit, bro.
What if it gets declined?
I think he does it because he's had too many comics walk out on bar tabs, so now he's already got your fucking information.
Yeah,
so I didn't win this. I'm leaving. No, we already got your information.
I owe him for the last card night. So Danny, like 2 weeks ago, I left my joke notebook at the open mic Sunday night at Ollie's in Cape Coral, and
Chris, I remember that because that's when I was asking you about jokes.
Yeah. So Chris ended up grabbing it for me, and I met up with him in town one night, and he goes, "Yeah, these guys they do a poker night," and I'm like, "Oh, they do that every week." So I showed up and ended up playing poker, but I didn't pay for my buy-in. You know how I do, Danny.
Yeah,
I'll show
Somebody
up.
else got it.
Somebody else got it. I'll show up somewhere, like I always show up place. I'll be like, oh fuck, I ain't got it, but I'm there, so other people are like, oh shit, I got him.
How many times it's like, yo, I'm hungry. You want to go get something to eat? And I'm like, yeah, Matt, that sounds great. And he's like, you got me though. Yeah, so you're gonna go get cigarettes and just leave her with your kids.
That happened to me. That happened to you. Did that happen to you, Danny?
Nah, kinda.
There wasn't a couple years there where Dad was gone.
Yeah.
I have my Tinder settings set from like 18 years old to 56 years old, and the largest mile distance radius that I can have.
The widest of nets.
I swipe right on everything, right? Because you don't want to miss one. And for me, it allows me to see what bounces back. And then I can gauge, how much of a piece of shit I am as a male in the dating game. What sort of trash can I attract? And so it's not going well. I picture myself with like a white girl with blonde hair with no blemishes, and what is bouncing back to me, many blemishes. Let's get into the news.
Oh, speaking of news, today's Florida man.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love that.
Florida man accused of grabbing his genitals and giving the finger to a man and his 8-year-old son. Thank you, Florida. Thank you for that.
Dude, is it heat lightning over by your house right now, Chris?
Is what?
Heat lightninging?
I don't know. I haven't actually been outside in a couple hours. So
Yeah,
last time I was out, and it was a pretty good, nice day.
Yeah, I left my window open here, and the lightning, it freaks the dog out. You can see how he's like turned the other direction now
Hmm.
because we got the heat lightning popping off. I like that, Florida man, as part of the. You got any news, Chris? What let's hear your idea of a newsworthy story.
I was actually just looking through the Google News to see if I could come up with a story right quick. So
All right,
apparently, Mercury is no longer the closest astronomical body to the sun.
that's fucked up when women blame horrible shit that they do on, oh well, I was just being a cunt because Mercury was in retrograde. That's fucked up.
Literally the worst kind of people.
You're a cunt all the time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you're listening to this podcast and the word cunt affects you, you're probably a cunt.
Big cunt.
Let's destigmatize cunt.
The Brits have had it for years, so we need to catch up.
Yeah, as like a friend, is a friendly cunt.
Yeah.
There's a truck that's been driving around Chicago. It looks like a food truck, but it rolls up all the windows and doors in public areas and throws eggs at people.
Oh,
I love
shit.
that.
Yeah, you can Google that right now. There's a real egg truck driving around Chicago, blasting people.
That's brave too in Chicago.
You know what the problem is with these events is that it's Jake Paul
Not
fighting.
enough, not enough people pirate them.
I pirated it, yes, last night. So I did that. What is it? The FDA, the FCC fucks with me. Gang, bitch. But yeah, the problem, in my opinion, is that the person who is promoting the event, which I got to hand it to Jake Paul and his people, whatever they've been doing, because I don't know what happened before the last event. The last event was a Trilla event. It was a shit show with a bunch of concerts. It was an entertaining, event. Pirated that as well.
That far.
But this one, so it was another step up to where it was Showtime and pay-per-view that were putting on this event. It looked like a legit boxing event. And if this kid's goal has been to somehow get him into, like a on the same level as Oscar De La Hoya and some of these other promotion companies, he has taken four clearly, progressive steps in the right direction. So, I mean, I got to hand it to him that when the same person that's promoting the event is the person that is in the main event, nobody's ever going to knock that guy out. Tyron Woodley was probably happy with a nice payday for this and, went into that fight. It wasn't like, oh, you should go in here and take a dive. But it was, hey,
I think Ben Askren 100% took a dive.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. But yeah, you can't have Jake Paul being the promoter and, the main event, because, I mean, none of his employees are going to ever, knock him out. It's probably written into the contract that Tyron Woodley signed that, like, in the event of Tyron Woodley knockout, say this guy goes completely MIA, or what's it called? Going like off
the reservation.
No, going off script in the military. What's that called? Going AWOL.
Yeah.
Let's say Woodley went AWOL and knocked Paul out at the end of the fight. It's probably written into Tyron Woodley's contract that he only gets like 30% of his buyout or something, or whatever it might be.
Yeah, and the production quality was a lot better because it is Showtime Boxing putting it on this time as opposed to that fucking abortion that was the Triller event. And but even then, if you look at all the fights, the gap in the betting odds was just ridiculous. The fight before, the the girl that was favored
Mhm.
was like minus 2,500 or some shit. Like, that means you gotta put down $2,500 to win $100.
And I like the second or third fight of the night, they had this black guy that was like maybe 2/3 the size of the gigantic white man with retard strength that he had to fight. It was like a big, like Mexican guy or something versus.
Oh, it was Tommy Fury, which is Tyson Fury's half brother,
Uh-huh.
and Anthony or Andrew something or other. But that dude is a featherweight MMA fighter, and they fought at a fucking 180-pound catch weight. So that dude is like okay as a professional MMA fighter. Like, not great. I looked up his record and it wasn't like anything astonishing, but the dude fights at 145 pounds
Yeah.
in MMA, and he boxed at 180 pounds. He was 5'6.5", and Tommy Fury was listed at 6 foot.
Didn't the Ohio State Athletic Commission not drug test everybody also during this entire event?
Which is also sus.
Right.
But it's boxing. That's boxing.
Yeah.
Like that whole event is shows what the decline in boxing was or has been, and why MMA is, in my opinion, taking over.
That makes sense.
Shit like that happens in boxing. Shit like that only happens at MMA in Japan, where you got fucking 250-pound Gabby Garcia fighting somebody's grandma that was cutting octopus up the fucking night before.
Chris, did you see the Tyson Fury? Do you follow boxing at all?
No, I don't follow boxing.
So,
I watch it like if it's on at a bar or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know that this Jake Paul fight, this last one we were talking about, was boxing. I thought it was actually MMA.
Well,
he would never do that.
Never.
Yeah.
But to Danny's point, that boxing is such a shit show that Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, that was number 2, the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
Which is and was, and the next one will be the largest event in boxing currently. The guy came out in some sort of like big knight. He looked like a knight from, what do you call it, like the Middle Ages. He had to carry all of this metal and these flashing lights and this wild ass outfit with this helmet and shoulder pads and all of this shit. The guy came out sitting on like a throne with his people carrying him. So this dude sat there in this outfit for like 10 minutes. It was a 10-minute walkout. And then he got to the ring. He blamed, I got my ass kicked because I was too tired from holding up all the metal in the fucking boxing has become such a mess. But I mean, I don't know. I'm embracing. Let's make it. It has already become a shit show. The integrity of Muhammad Ali and the glory days of boxing is done for. So let's just keep going this direction and see.
Yeah, jump on that fucking shit show train where, now we're all of a sudden we're gonna have like a 7 foot, 350-pound dude boxing like a little Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Put a midget in there against the mountain.
Yeah, like how UFC started.
He punched him out of the fucking ring.
Now UFC is this nice, tightly controlled thing where you're only a few pounds away from each other and whatever. And boxing is gonna be wild and crazy. Have a guy come out with just one glove on, like, come on, motherfucker, bam.
Here, I got 2 more news stories. So I guess that if you get the coronavirus, you can either snort or boof something called ivermectin. Rona gone. Dunzo. You heard it here first.
I heard about that like fucking 3 months into it.
Oh, and I'm late to the
No, when those videos were and doctors were getting their fucking shit kicked off of YouTube.
Oh, that was
that ivermectin back then though? It
was ivermectin, and I was listening to a guy talk about it. I was like, what the fuck is this? And So I Googled it and it came up as heart guard. And
I thought it was
that's
horse
like,
tranquilizer.
no,
it's
it's a anti
dewormer.
Yeah, dewormer.
Yeah, so if you have worms, ivermectin's real good, but I don't know about the coronavirus.
Yeah, we're officially banned on whatever the fuck you're gonna post us on now. What? Michelle Obama's a dude.
Oh, she is super mannish, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. That's a big bitch right there.
she is.
All right. Welcome everybody back. Episode 14, Dead Mothers Club. We're really doing it. Everybody's in good health. And we've got tremendous news. Very, very exciting news. And that is, for the first time ever in the Dead Mothers podcast, Dead Mothers Club podcast history. Fucking brain is mush. We have a guest today. Mr. Chris Proia.
Yeah, what up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's up, Chris?
It worked. We figured we'd have to try something else, and we're happy to have you on. How have you been?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Just got back from West Palm. Did a set at the Red Light last night.
No shit.
Yeah.
My guy.
It went pretty good. I did blank and like forgot half my set, but they're cool over there. So it's just a bunch. Well, Red Light is right next door to Monroe's, which is a strip club.
Oh,
So-
yeah?
So we're just basically entertaining the dudes while the girls are talking to shit with the dudes trying to get more money and all that.
Oh,
So-
man. We're going to have to make a trip. I'm going to have to make a trip over to West Palm.
Right. Yeah. It's a cool place. They made it like a speakeasy.
Uh-huh.
So the only way you know that it's there is if you know that it's there. There's
Really?
there's no sign for red light. It's just a red light on the side of the building.
Classic.
And you have to put in a code to get into the building, and the code is 8008. Right. I knew you guys would get that shit.
The club owners do not want people listening to the Dead Mothers Club podcast because we have just given out very sensitive information.
Well, I mean, if you're any kind of intelligent, you might try boob on the keypad one time.
Oh, that is
8008, yeah.
Any fifth grader with a calculator can get in.
Yeah, pretty much.
and me, a 36-year-old man, I didn't figure that out until you said it right there. So
I thought you got it because you laughed right at the joke when I said it.
no, the reason I laughed was I was thinking like,
Because I was
oh,
giving
shit.
away information.
Yeah, like on a podcast that's going on the internet. I was thinking that you were giving like, oh, only
Well, they
10
haven't
10
changed
people
it.
in the-
Yeah, they haven't changed it in like 3 or 4 years or some shit like that. The guy told me.
I'm not doing this. I just got in my car and I left.
Right.
And fuck them people.
Fuck them people and their food.
Yeah, for sure. One experience, -3 rating.
I Uber Eats one fucking time.
Please tell us that story.
So one night, me and my girlfriend were sitting here like, man, I'm kind of hungry. Don't want to go anywhere. It's getting late. So I don't know if you have them down there. Simple Greek
Mm-mm.
gyro place. It's kind of like Chipotle, but for gyros.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So we put in this glorious fucking order. Right. 20 some minutes go by. I get a notification from the Uber Eats that Pete is on his way with my food. So my house and the house next door to me are identical. So usually people that are delivering food aren't doing that because that's their fucking goal in life. So I go stand outside so that, you know, maybe they go, oh, it's the dude that looks like he's outside waiting for food. I go there. So I'm standing outside, and on the app, it's a fucking great app that Uber put together. Like, you get real time updates on where this motherfucker is with your food,
Your fucking big brother over here.
which allowed me to watch this fucking cocksucker drive right the fuck past my house and then hit that he delivered my food. This son of a bitch stole my fucking gyro.
Oh, are you serious? So you watched a car pass your
Yeah,
house.
I watched traffic go past my house, and I'm looking at the app. I'm like he was in that fucking group of cars, and then it said order was delivered, and I was like, you motherfucker.
I like that guy.
So I'm out $40.
Mm-hmm.
I got no dinner. It's almost 8 o'clock now. And then Uber didn't refund me for like fucking. They're like, oh well, let's see if he just got lost.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he got lost. He drove the fuck right past my house.
And then you know what the problem is because I had this experience with Comcast just last
Hold
week.
on. If you're listening, fuck you, Pete.
I like you, Pete.
No, the next time we went into Simple Creek, I was like, you guys ever get an Uber driver named Pete? Tell him I said he can go fuck himself. And the girl behind the counter was like, okay.
Oh, I thought I'd expect her to say, "Oh, Pete, we know Pete. Pete comes in here and steals everybody's food all the time." Wait.
Country. Not the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm like, this dude's from Georgia. His name is Gigabod.
Yeah.
But you would
Crane.
The Russian Georgia.
That would be the lady. Remember the lady in the video from Georgia? She goes, he needs some milk.
Yeah.
He needs some milk.
Y'all messing with that mojo.
That's the kind of I could imagine. I was thinking, oh, she's from Georgia. She would name her kid Gigabod.
Yeah, that dude.
I thought it was Gigabod.
Devil. That dude had the devil coming out, and she wanted to give him some whole milk and Robitussin, and he'd be all right.